I was trying to reach page 100 before it was time to go to bed tonight. I'm a little bit tired, but I thought, oh, I need to get at least a chunk into this very intriguing book, reach page 100, and then be able to tell you about it while I'm still wrapped up in my first impressions. I started reading The Reader this afternoon, and all I had known about it, of course, was the blurb on the back, that we are in a world where reading is unheard of, where people don't know anything about books. Stories and histories and legends are just told orally from one group of people to another. But there is a young woman who has a secret. She is being pursued by unknown forces for a piece of contraband that she got from her parents, which happens to be a book. So I was very curious about the world that Traci Chee had created in The Reader. And so far I have not been disappointed, although I am still a little bit, I guess, confused about how everybody links together in this interesting fantasy-based world. It has some pre-industrial elements to it that feel like the Middle Ages, but then there's also electricity for certain people and guns. A little bit of, I'm not going to say steampunk, but definitely technology that is more modern than would fit in a world where wooden sailing ships are battling each other on the high seas, and magic is floating around, especially as it is tied to seers and those who somehow have the ability to read. The central character that we are spending most of our time with is a girl whose name is Sophia. And when she was younger, her mother and father kept her fairly secluded in a very happy childhood, and yet she didn't interact much with people. Then her mother died, and her father was raising her alone with the help of a rather curmudgeonly old woman named Nin, who Sophia has always called her aunt. One day when Sophia is 9, her father is brutally murdered, and Sophia automatically goes through training that her parents gave her from the time she was very little on how to hide in a secret passageway under the house and how to get away to Nin and ask for help. And along the way, she discovers a leather-wrapped box, which for the next 6 years, Sophia and Nin are on the run. And Sophia is just always carrying this leather-wrapped box with her. Once they are found and Nin is captured, Sophia is, of course, on her own and swears revenge, but she also curiously opens up the leather wrapping and discovers that what the evil man and woman who took Nin were after is just a thing full of paper, but it has intricate designs that look like black lace. I liked how they described print in that way. And slowly Sophia teaches herself how to read. And as she does so, she starts experiencing visions and magic in the world. But we are not only with Sophia, we spend time with other characters, including a pirate captain named Reed and a few other people who are brought into the story. I'm not sure yet how they're all going to be interconnected, what type of treasure it is that they're searching for, what paths are going to lead them together. Really, at page 100 with The Reader, there are a lot more questions than answers and leads going out into a puzzling and intricately designed world that I'm assuming, if not in this first volume, in probably a subsequent volumes of what I'm sure is going to be a series, will come together. But I do really enjoy Sophia's character in the determination that she has to not be a victim of those hunters who took her aunt and killed her father, to unravel the secrets of the book, and of course the magic that is imbued throughout this novel based on the ability to read and see and understand and know that all of our stories are somehow interconnected and in the end are what make us who we are, excuse me. So we'll see. Looks good for middle grade and up. You need to, of course, enjoy a healthy dose of fantasy. And for those of you who don't like maps at the beginning of your books, there is a map of this particular world. So maybe you'll enjoy that, maybe you won't. So hopefully you'll enjoy the reader if you have the opportunity to pick it up. I am doing so far, and we will see you for the next page 100. Thanks and good night.